We had a very nice, very evil Elimination Chamber and a crazy Monday Night Raw. And now we're officially on the last stop before WrestleMania. Nothing's off limits between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins is back, and somehow Cody Rhodes might be getting another shot again. The road to Mania just got a whole lot messier, so let us talk to you. Yeah, Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we are, as seen on Netflix, busted open approved, the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And we are rated RR for Ringside Renaissance. And I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, very deadly Jesse. Yeah, and I'm Andrew. Combat Jones. Yeah, click, clack. We're
Take 'em out.
back.
Take 'em out.
Ringside Renaissance Hausen is in the building.
It'd be very nice, very evil of you to like, share, and subscribe to this new episode
Yes.
of Ringside Renaissance Hausen. Okay, so we've been doing this wrestling thing for a while, this podcast thing for a while. We've been watching wrestling our whole lives, but I know there's a lot of back and forth on this, both sides of the coin with this debut of Danhausen, but boy, oh boy, for a while on the timelines, that's the only thing that was on there. Like, I think we put a post up about it, like Seth Rollins returned at the Elimination Chamber. We'll talk about it. Randy Orton upset Cody Rhodes. He's going to WrestleMania. We'll talk about it. AJ Lee won her first singles title in WWE in over a decade. We'll talk about it. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. We'll talk about it. But what everybody was talking about was Danhausen the next day on Twitter. You scroll through your feed and that's all it was. That's all anything was. There was Seth Rollins is back. What's going to happen? Nobody cares. Everybody cares about the Danhausen.
And Danhausen getting a lot of money from all that. Lots of money. Lots of money.
Lots of human monies. Yeah.
Lots of human monies. Lots more teeth to be kicked down people's throats. Yeah.
See, I bring a jar of teeth to the ring because I get disqualified with a steel chair. But if I bring the teeth, you have teeth in your mouth. They can't disqualify me for that. So I just use that as a weapon. Yo, Danhausen is the man. The absolute
Shout out
man.
to Danhausen, baby. Yeah. Yeah, congratulations. You made it.
Love that Danhausen.
You already made it. You were already over, but you made it to the world of wrestling entertainment universe.
I like the people that complained about he got such a build and such an elaborate entrance for him. And it's like, it was a 3-week build. Neither of the general managers wanted the box. It was a bunch of mid-card guys doing comedic segments around the box. And you wanted like somebody like Kevin Owens or Jericho to come out of it. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, this was perfect what it was.
Yeah.
And
for all
everything
the people
about
that
it was
were
perfect.
mad. Yeah, it was perfect. I loved it. We'll get into. Let's get into it because everybody even us had expectations of who it could be or what it could be, but by any means, it's not on WWE at all or TKO or nothing. They didn't say anything about what was in the box. They didn't hint at anything as to what was in the box. The only hints and expectations came from the internet and the IWC and every 30 or 40-year-old person that lives in their mom's basement.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
And I think this far exceeded expectations, to be honest with you. I was excited.
I popped. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? Even the coughing, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
everything.
Oh shit. And then I see you're cursed. And I'm like, oh my God. I was so happy. And then the dancers.
The girls staying in time while they're walking. Everything. So good.
I feel like I'm watching like Seven Ghoulie on, Me TV or something like that. A late
Rocky
night,
Horror Picture Show. Yeah.
the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Cold check. The Night Stalker's about to come on. I'm about
Elvira.
Elvira. Yeah, like, come on now. Like, buy me. Yes, buy me lots of money.
Good.
And people were underwhelmed and mad. And I understand if you have never heard about Danhausen and you were there, and I understand, the disappointment you felt, because it's fair. I understand if you never heard of him and all you watch is WWE. But I think anybody that's heard of him or knows Danhausen wasn't mad that it was Danhausen, right?
Mm.
And it was probably a small percentage, like maybe 10, like 20, 30%, maybe, of the people there that probably knew who he was, right? And probably Chicago, a good place to do it. And it was said that WWE wasn't even sure. They were kind of split on when they wanted to debut him, allegedly. And so were people. But I think it kind of went over people's heads. And, you go back to the dancing and the big reveal and everything, and it's like he got these little pyro pops too.
Little pops. That was the
smoke pops, like, and then putting the teeth
about
on
it was
Michael
perfect.
Cole's desk. Yes, and that's what people don't understand. Like, is Danhausen, like, he's the biggest deal. He needs a blimp. He wants a blimp. He needs his face on every WWE trailer. He has his Danhausens, and he's the biggest deal.
He wants the Hall of Fame. Wants to be the Hall of Fame.
He wants a Hall of Fame. Yes, that's the point. Like, it's gone over your head. Like it. That's what
After
makes
I
it even funnier.
Thunderous applause. Yeah,
exactly. That's what makes it funnier, is that you have no idea who it is, and it's the most. I don't want to say underwhelming, but at the same time, the most unexpected, underwhelming in a way, compared to you thinking it was Chris Jericho or Brock Lesnar or something, some huge person coming out of this box. It's Danhausen for this little entrance, choreographed with little pops. It just makes it fun. It even funnier. It was perfect.
The best part about it is like seeing all the haters on the social media.
Yeah.
And then Danhausen
Literally.
does like, so many of them.
Yeah,
and then on Monday Night Raw, Danhausen does that 45-second segment with Adam Pearce, and all those same people were like, "Okay, I'm sold."
Yep,
like,
literally
okay.
A day or two later, they completely changed their mind and they're like, "Okay, we get it." And his shirt is #1 best-selling on WWEshop.com. Check it out. Secured. So I'll have that soon. So shout out to Danhausen, and we'll be Plattsburghausen very soon. Yeah. So. You already know, baby. Let's go. But one hell of an Elimination Chamber and debut for Danhausen. So great to see. Lots of hard work put in. Tony Khan kept them in Tony Khan jailhousing for a while with his contract, it seems. But I remember watching Danhausen at Full Gear, AEW Full Gear in New Jersey, and he came out as very evil Danhausen and just wiped the floor with, I forget who he went against. I think it was QT Marshall, which is, that's not saying much anyways, but he wasn't very nice. He was just very evil. And I don't know who got the GTS first. Apparently, Punk is paying money to Danhausen for using the GTS every time he uses it because he took it from him, allegedly, is what Danhausen said. But it's either a kick or a GTS to the chin after you've ate in the teeth, and you eat some more afterwards. Yeah.
I made the bold prediction of what we have. The Demon Finn Balor against Danhausen at WrestleMania, but I have another prediction that goes off from that. But we have to get to Raw first. But to get to Raw, we have to go through the Elimination Chamber. We had the Women's Elimination Chamber. I don't know what you thought about this one. I thought the crowd, this was like the hottest, besides when CM Punk was in the ring, obviously hometown hero. But I really think the crowd was hottest for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Like, it exceeded my expectations. So anybody with two eyes can see that Rhea Ripley was going to win this, especially after her and EO lost the tag titles on SmackDown. It was like the writing was on the wall. Rhea was going to win this, but it didn't make it any less like exciting when she did win it, because I've mentioned before, and Rhea Ripley's the biggest women's star in pro wrestling today across the board. And for her to take a back seat for almost 2 years to do the women's tag title division and everything else, and not really hold like the highest gold, since WrestleMania 40, maybe right after when she got hurt from Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
That's like really, really awesome to me. I think that's a kind of a cool thing. And she's going to win the title, or she won the Elimination Chamber. She's going to go for the title against Jade Cargill. And I don't think Rhea's ever held the WWE Women's Championship, right? She only won the heavyweight
so.
or the world championship.
I believe so. We'd have to ask
another
Sam's on
feather in her
Sam.
cap.
Yeah. It was interesting women's chamber match. Seemed a lot reminiscent of the Justin Timberlake Janet Jackson halftime show, if you know what I'm talking about. A couple times. Tiffany Stratton, I thought I was like, oh damn, Tiffany's gonna win for a couple times. I thought Kiana James looked pretty well throughout the match. She was surprising. They put her in there. We haven't seen much of her. And then Raquel Rodriguez, I was thinking for a second she was gonna win too, and she had that giant power slam too that went through, the chambers or whatever the hell you would call the
pods.
Which was the pods. The pods. Yeah. The pods. Yep.
I know who didn't have that great of a showing, and there was a lot of twisted, blissful minion women, men fan, bliss heads, whatever they're called, blisters, I guess, is the Alexa Bliss fans. They were not happy because she was in and out quicker than I am on a Saturday night.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I can't.
Rhea Ripley with the senton over the top, coming down on Raquel, I thought was pretty good with the powerbomb type thing before, whatever the hell it was. And Asuka, with the mist. But there was no outside interference. Tiffany Stratton was killing it with the fashion. I don't know if it was like some type of chrome hearts or whatever the hell she was wearing, inspired type of gear or something, but
I think someone said Michelle McCool, maybe.
Oh, Michelle McCool. Yeah,
the crosses or something.
The crosses. Yeah. It might play into the chrome heart thing. I'm not sure, but it's she was on point and definitely breaking the internet with that. And Rhea Ripley did her thing, of course, and didn't surprise us at all. But Jade was up in the stands, and now Jade and Rhea have this whole thing going online that I'm like completely lost in. Like I don't understand some of it, and at the same time, it's hilarious and it's great. And I guess it's better if I don't know if it's a work or not. But they seem to be already heating up and getting after each other on social media, which is a good thing because we don't have any story of these two leading into the chamber, other than Rhea winning now, and that's her opponent. So we'll see. It seems like it's off to a hot start, and they're already getting at each other and sick of each other online. And that's two powerhouses we're going to see collide at WrestleMania. So I am looking forward to that matchup with Rhea and Jade and their promos going up to it. And we'll see what Jade can pull out of her bag,
Listen, like you said, with this internet clashing that they're doing, the promos, it's going to be almost like reminiscent of Jade's debut in AEW, just like all over the place. I don't know what is going on. It's just going to be a tragic car wreck that I can't look away from, I think. But obviously I'm Team Rhea for this one. Gotta have Rhea hold the championship, but we'll get to that closer to WrestleMania. Now, one half of the hometown heroes had their title match. It was Becky Lynch against AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental title. I don't know about you, but as soon as I saw Jessica Carr as the referee, I said shenanigans are afoot right now. As soon as I saw that, I said,
type of way. I didn't know if it was still going to play into Becky's hands, you know what I'm saying, and making her win, because we predicted that Becky was going to win, or there was going to be some type of disqualification, which seemed like they kept kind of teasing or was going to happen. And I kind of went in with low expectations with AJ Lee, respectfully, because she hasn't had a women's match in what she is over, was it 10 or 12 years or whatever it was, or something like that. So, and honestly, I was it exceeded my expectations. I thought she looked good in there, better than like the last the War Games match and then the mixed tag match she had with CM Punk. I thought she looked a lot better. People called it a botch fest. I didn't really see much from that, I thought it looked pretty played out and good and it flowed, and Becky put her over great, and the interference with Jessica Carr and the drama with that and the turnbuckle and everything was great, and the chair, and I for sure thought it was over when AJ Lee got DDT'd on the chair and then got the Becky bottom, the rock bottom, the man's bottom, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Manhandle slam.
The manhandle slam. There you go. Yes. Ding, ding.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's the manhandle slam. Yeah.
I thought that was the one. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. She's got a lot of them. That's it.
Yeah, she does. So, but got to give it to AJ Lee in Chicago by way of New Jersey, kicking out and then going for that Black Widow and making Becky tap again to Jessica Carr. And I'm sure she's going to complain for more conspiracy about that turnbuckle.
Now, do you think it's going to be Becky Lynch against Jessica Carr at WrestleMania, or where are we going with this? Because something's got to go.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. That would be interesting for sure, right? Jessica Carr is a good wrestler. I've never seen her wrestle, but from what I've heard, and you told me and other people, things I've seen online, she can go. So they could do that. I don't know where that leaves AJ Lee with all of this and who she could face. That will be interesting because there's probably like 5 different women that I could think of that wouldn't be a bad idea. And it seems like they kind of hinted at Bayley. Lyra kind of hinted at Bayley, and said that there was other people in the office, and AJ did a little promo on Raw, of course, talking about who's going to step up, and that promo was, unfortunately, as they've kind of been. But
I know they announced on Raw that there's going to be like a 6-woman match for the number 1 contender shot for the IC title. So that's next week on Raw. So I know Bayley's in it, Lyra Valkyrie's in it. I don't remember the other people in it, but yeah, they did announce. I would
put like Roxanne in it. I'm trying to think of other people I wouldn't mind seeing. I wonder, is Becky Lynch going to be in it too? That'd be interesting to know. And if she's not, then I guess she's out, and tough luck, better luck next time, right? At that point, like she's taking 3 L's to AJ.
Rematch.
Yeah, exactly. So she might be going after Jessica Carr. That's very, very possible. But I think Bayley would be good if she's going to turn. And the thing about AJ Lee, like we've seen with these promos and them kind of being awkward and a little bit off to a certain extent and not quite hitting, like she hits with the audience, but it's almost like, I don't know. It's just not, maybe she's not totally comfortable yet with dealing with she got to get in her groove back. And the thing coming back as who she is now, it's like she's a little different than she was when she left. So she kind of, I don't know if she's able to kind of take it back to that crazy girl image she kind of had at this point, or if she's just going to kind of take on this new persona that's more grown, right? And or she got to try to mix that and meld it a little bit and improv a little more with these promos, and that's what it'll be. But regardless, the crowd is popping huge for her, was behind her, and Becky was getting all the heat. So congratulations to AJ Lee over that amount of time, coming back, winning the IC title, baby. Yeah, women's IC title, AJ Lee. Let's go.
The number 1 contenders gauntlet match is Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, and Io Sky. That's the 6-pack challenge, as it were, for the number 1 contender next week. So
we saw something interesting with Io Sky, or not Io Sky. Oh, with Kairi Sane and Asuka,
yeah,
with AJ Lee. That was pretty funny. That was a good one. The backstage thing with AJ Lee telling her to blink twice.
Yeah. I almost feel as bad for Kairi Sane as I do for QR Kev's cat that he used to beat in the basement.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm just really, really, really hoping that we get an Asuka Kairi Sane match at WrestleMania. Now, there's a lot of matches that are
probably
there's a lot of matches gearing up for WrestleMania that I don't think people are going to think are going to be what they are, but there's a lot of injuries going on right now too. We have to remember that a lot of different people have gotten injured at an inopportune time for WrestleMania season. And I got a few predictions of WrestleMania matches, but what was very predictable.
Yeah.
You and I predicted the hometown hero, the last dance. CM Punk defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. Finn Balor came out to his old music, was doing the whole thing, and I said the Finn Balor babyface turn has begun.
Yep.
This wasn't as solid of a match as I think it was. Their match was on Raw, but I still enjoyed it.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
I think it was a little bit more clunky than the one that they had on Raw. The one they had on Raw a few weeks ago, I think, was really. Oh, no, was it Raw or the Royal Rumble? The Royal Rumble, I think it was.
Yeah, Ireland. It was in Ireland.
Ireland, yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
The Raw. It was Raw.
Yeah.
Raw in Ireland.
Raw in Ireland.
Yeah. That was a great match. They were a little different, I guess. This one was more of like a slugfest or getting beat down a little more, I think. And then it was a little more technical in some ways too. Interesting. We thought there might be some type of, interference, and Finn did think about it for a second. He got on the ropes and kind of looked back at the entrance, and you could see him contemplating if he should call the guys Dirty Dom and bobblehead JD McDonough out, and he decided not to, and it ended up him trying to coup de grace off the top rope and being caught perfectly into a sharpshooter and turned around, which was beautiful.
Brilliant. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Nice. Like, that ain't easy. Like, you can choreograph it and talk about doing it all you want, but like to be able to catch somebody at the perfect time and have your leg in between their leg, and they doing some dirty dancing right there, baby. Yeah. Yeah. But hell of a
I think
spot.
that was one of the best counters I've seen like for a match in a while. I saw him start to turn before it, and I said, "What the hell's going on here?" I thought he was just gonna put the boot up, but to flip him over into the sharpshooter, I was excited he actually got it locked in, because I didn't think he was gonna be able to stand up and bridge it. But
and they said at the post show, it was a throwback to Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, which happened in Chicago. What was it, in the steel cage?
I believe so. Yeah,
steel cage. Yeah, so. Like I said, we knew we were going to get a throwback to something, as we always do, with Punk, showing love to the past and history and all that with wrestling, psychology of it. So, but yeah, Punk and Finn afterwards, showed him some love, dapped him up, and we'll see where that leaves everybody now. And Finn's already, changing his mind on everything. So, solid match, I thought. I thought it was a good match. I was in it, and I thought the intro was one of the best intros we've seen in a while. I had goosebumps, like that Michael Jordan. Like, anytime I hear that, I don't care where I am. If I hear that Michael Jordan shit come on, like, I'm ready to go. And then Punk's in the United Center, like, ain't nobody else. I don't care who you are or where you are. Ain't nobody else getting that Michael Jordan intro in Chicago in the United Center other than Michael Jordan or CM Punk. Ain't nobody else ever getting that. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought, didn't the Young Bucks try it?
Did they?
I have no clue.
Oh God. Well,
I put that music on when I'm like going to the bedroom to try to pump myself up,
Yeah. But CM Punk was on his game 6 shit, his flu game shit. He hit the maneuver on the Lakers, the maneuver to win that first championship, for them Jordan 5s, and he was on his game 6 shit, crossed them up.
You didn't think it was corny for CM Punk to do it?
To do what?
Like
the Michael Jordan shit?
Yeah.
No, that was awesome. Because as soon as it stopped, it's just the whole crowd. Just CM Punk. I'm like going crazy now. I can feel like the earthquake, the ground shaking from Chicago. No, not corny at all. Amazing.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Nah, he's the big dog. He's the one everybody needs to acknowledge. He's the one. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to get into that, but we covered Danhausen, so finally we had the men's elimination chamber match. I was pleasant. Now I was excited that they didn't have as much, because we thought there was gonna be a lot of run-ins and shenanigans in the earlier matches, but there was so much in this final match that I was glad that they didn't do anything in the other matches to kind of like.
And we got lucky that they took Jay out of it. Thank God, because having Jay, Well, I mean, there was no point for Jey Uso to be part of it. Then you would have had one heel in the whole damn thing, and it just God forbid something had went wrong in the Elimination Chamber match, like the worst case scenario with all these people, and they ended up would have to put Jey over because somebody got hurt, and Jey has to go to WrestleMania again.
Well, they had to have somebody. They had to have somebody from the Vision in the Elimination Chamber. They were like,
"We're not letting this happen. We're not letting this happen. There's no way." Like,
well, they needed because they wanted Bronson Reed in there, so they needed somebody from the Vision for Seth's return. So I mean, they had to do Logan Paul or Austin Theory, but Logan Paul had a good showing though.
Yeah. He did his thing.
I do not like that guy, but man, he's all right.
Yeah.
Trick Williams had a good showing. Javon Evans had a good. I appreciate what Javon Evans does.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan.
Okay. Is he is he just
too
extra
flippy,
acting too much with it?
Yeah. It just reminds me a lot of times of like Young Buck shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're getting AEW triggered. You got Tony Khan derangement syndrome, as some people would call it. Just like the Young Bucks have CM Punkhausen syndrome.
When there's setups for a move where like you have to like flip 30 times and do this and do that, like at a certain point, if I was fighting somebody that was doing that, I would just punch him in the jaw. Yeah, like
exactly.
Flipping around, like I would just punch him.
Yeah, I'm just waiting, like pop. Yeah. Good night. Go to sleep.
That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I could see like doing some stuff here or there, or like incorporating like a high flying style like Rob Van Dam like into like your technical
Jeff
stuff.
Hardy.
But like
some of it is it seems too choreographed. Like it has to be set up. And some of that is true. It's the same with Penta. It's the same, with Dragon Lee. It's the same with some people in some ways too. Unfortunately,
Don't get me started with Dragon Lee. Yeah.
With the style that they wrestle, but Javon Evans is so young and he's just going to continue to get better. And I thought it was hilarious. He just comes out and he said, I'm nervous. Like he wasn't lying, but what a great spot and a great opportunity for him to be able to be in there. And then Trick Williams, had his lemon pepper steppers on and didn't miss a step either. And he was right in his element, and he wasn't too big for the moment at all either. He knew where he was, and crowd loves Trick Williams too. He knows what
LA
to do.
Knight, man.
Oh, LA, yeah. LA Knight, another mishap. A slip on the ropes.
And it was
I don't know
quick shower.
How do you slip on the second rope, too? Like you just barely
have no clue. I have no.
Everybody knew like the writing on the wall when you saw that. It's like, oh Lord. You haven't watched Unreal, so you don't quite understand and get it yet. But yeah, he's already seems like he's in.
I've seen the clips.
Hot seat.
Yeah, I've seen the clips on the internet.
Yeah, so we'll see where that takes them. But they didn't. We did see LA Knight on Monday Night Raw. They at least let him drive the ambulance, and they let him put the lights on and do the sirens. As they say. So.
They let him do his thing. Okay, so I want to finish up with Elimination Chamber because I do want to get to that. So, were you surprised at the finish of this match? Okay, so we had
a little bit.
We had Logan Paul be attacked by a returning Seth Rollins. We knew like the Masked Man was going to eventually be Seth Rollins. The pop was great. I like him kind of being like a vigilante right now, kind of in and out, whatever. I really enjoy all that, whatever. Great to see Seth Rollins back, and his injury didn't take as long as they thought it would be. He's back for WrestleMania season. So then it was down to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Drew McIntyre came in, started hitting Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre got hit with the RKO, then the Crossroads. Randy Orton then RKO'd Cody Rhodes. 1, 2, 3. My 5-year-old had a complete breakdown because Cody Rhodes didn't win. But I was so pumped for Randy Orton.
I could hear the Cody crybabies crying across the world, but here's the world's smallest violin,
I got a smaller one. Oh, you said violin. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I got a very shooting up the
pea shooter.
Yeah. Bazooka, baby. Yeah.
Bazooka Joe Gum, maybe. But
Combat Jones,
yeah.
baby. Yeah. Complex
it's the little
Jones.
wars that really matter. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh,
I got
man.
a single shot and it's not loaded.
I got 2 guns
but
and 1 for each of you.
You got 2 of them?
Yeah.
But congrats to Randy Orton winning that, man. You know what? Like,
no, I popped. As soon as I seen Drew get Crossroads and I'm looking at Randy Orton, I'm like, yes, RKO that son of a bitch. That blonde-haired, blue-eyed son of a bitch right now. Yeah.
Son of a
RKO
bitch
out
and the father of a plumber. Yeah.
The father of a plumber. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I know that a lot of people are crying. Yeah, we probably offend her enough on this channel. Now, I know that people are like upset. Oh, Cody Rhodes wasn't supposed to get a rematch. But you got to remember, Drew McIntyre did have a title defense in between winning it and now this one. So it's not a rematch at this point. It's just a match. So the rematch would be the next championship match. So I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, this Friday, Drew McIntyre.
It pissed me off. Well, yeah, because I was so glad Cody lost. I was more happy Cody lost than Randy won, just because I thought it makes things interesting. And it was just funny to see Drew McIntyre screw over Cody Rhodes once again. Like, Cody just can't. Drew is just a pest. It's hilarious, and it's worked in his favor up until that point, until he pissed off Nick Aldis enough where he came out and he said that Cody has got to face Drew McIntyre for the championship on Friday Night SmackDown. And unfortunately, I don't think it's looking good for Drew.
I think a bigger WrestleMania but undisputed championship match would be Cody and Randy, because we've been talking about wanting that. They've been teasing that for how long? And then you think about it, remember when Cody was the champion, Randy kept eyeballing the championship. So like, what better way than to have Cody win and then Randy win his 50, because this is probably Randy's last year, I'm thinking.
Yeah, right.
Having Randy win his 15th championship and be like the sole third place for most championships behind Ric Flair and John Cena, because right now he's tied with Triple H. So if he won that, he would be the third,
Yeah.
Let Randy Orton beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I would love to see it. And Cody would put him over too, So
Cody
I
would
think
put him over.
Great.
And I think if they're going to go ahead and do that, they need to add some type of drama or stipulation with this match. If Cody does win, if we get Cody and Randy, it's like, does Randy kind of turn on Cody, or does Cody kind of turn? And that, like, we got to make it interesting, right? Or is it just friendly competition?
No, there's going to be some blood there. Randy Orton's the Viper. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm hoping. And that's what he did to Javon Evans. He RKO'd him and just stared down Cody. And Cody looked like he was going to help him. He's like, okay, I see where you're at. I got you right now. You're going to hesitate, and I'm just going to RKO your ass, and I'm going to strike.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake, and you got a lisp, and I'm a snake. So we should be at WrestleMania together. Yeah. The Viper versus the Lisp.
The flipper and lippy snake of Cody Rhodes. So that was Elimination Chamber, man. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. I know people are complaining that there isn't much of a build to WrestleMania. We're a month and a half away to WrestleMania, and we have 3 out of the 4 main title matches set. Yeah. We have seeds being sown for other matches leading up to other feuds. You don't want to have the card like planned out a month ahead of time, because then it's just trying to do TV for a month, trying to hype it up. Like,
well, and
doesn't make sense.
If we were at like the Raw, or if it was the SmackDown before WrestleMania and it was Cody versus Drew, I'd be like, Cody's probably not winning. But now that we still got enough time for promos with him and Randy, until then, I could see them pulling the trigger on it, or maybe sometime turn it a fatal 4-way with Jacob. I'm like, or I would rather, I guess, it be a triple threat with Drew, but it seems like if they're gonna shy away from it just being a 1-on-1, it's probably gonna end up being a fatal 4-way.
Now, do you think that WWE's hoping that putting the title back on Cody will boost ticket sales for WrestleMania? Maybe, like, that's probably the direction they want to go.
Yeah, because that's why I'm saying if Cody doesn't win, like where would that leave him with WrestleMania? And it makes it interesting because he's main evented all of them for the last 3 years now, and then the one before that he had such a that was his debut, so it was just as big, to a certain extent. And so I thought it would be interesting with Cody not making the main event because it could get to him, and possibly we would get some type of change in his character from it, and he would act different. But at the same time, for ticket sales and everything, like if you had just Cody against Jacob Fatu, that's not the main event, and it's like Cody sells that much merch, more than Randy, more than Drew, so it's like you almost got to
not
put
more
him,
than Danhausen.
not more than Danhausen. No, exactly. Cody Rhodes gonna owe Danhausen money now too. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But man, Monday Night Raw kicked
Friday.
off. Man, I was really excited about Monday Night Raw because I was excited to see Danhausen, but I was even more excited because when the Vision came out to the ring, the Vision just doesn't have the same luster without Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, bro. It just doesn't have the same feeling. No offense to Logan Paul and Austin Theory, but it just doesn't. Those two with Paul Heyman just doesn't have the same big feel as Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
And Paul Heyman is funny, and he does his thing. He does his job every time. He always gives 100% every time. He knows what to do to how to get over and how to piss people off. But giving the mic to Austin Theory, he kind of fumbled it. He didn't really know what to do. He kind of gave up that mic real fast to Logan Paul, and Logan Paul, he's getting better and better on the mic. So that was good. Do you think there was too many mass men, like it's just become too much, like with the masked men, like there's just too many?
I mean, I'm used to it. I used to go to these orgy parties where we all wore masks, so like I'm
well,
used
usually
to that.
it's a full body black, leather mask suit with a that's
with a zipper in the front and the back.
I watched Eyes Wide Shut the night before. That must have been what it is. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
I had Eyes Wide Shut on, but I couldn't see a thing. So I don't know. The masked man thing is it needs to be done now. I think that kind of needs to be over. Everybody knows it. Seth Rollins, whatever. He came in, the masked men ran off Austin Theory, ran off Logan Paul, left Paul Heyman in the ring for Seth Rollins to do Seth Rollins shit and to hit him in the back with the chair and then do a curb stomp to him. Poor Paul Heyman bleeding everywhere.
Bleeding once he gets to the ambulance, he's bleeding.
Now, so when he gets in the ambulance, that was really funny because, we had Jimmy Uso come out and fight him. And then now we have Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, who was returning later, Seth Rollins, and LA Knight, who was driving the ambulance, who I thought was amazing. That was Stone Cold Steve Austin shit right there.
Absolutely.
Now, there's 4 against 2 of the Vision.
Right.
So I think it's going to be some sort of 8-man tag at WrestleMania, 8-man grudge match, something like that. But who would the other 2 members of the Vision be? So now I have a scenario for you. The first one would probably be Paul Heyman, right? Or not Paul Heyman, I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar. That's Paul Heyman's right-hand man, Brock Lesnar's. Yep. That'd be 3 on 4. Who did Paul Heyman text during an interview the other day that could be the 4th man?
Kross.
For the Vision.
Yeah.
Okay, in Vegas, have him come back and be Paul Heyman's 4th man in the 8-man tag.
Bring back Karrion Kross. That's what people want, especially in Vegas. It would go crazy. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's possible, but if they can get the communication, if anybody can make it happen and call Karrion Kross on the phone and convince him, I have no doubt that it would be Paul Heyman.
That's
without
correct.
a doubt. But
shout out to that whole segment. I thought it was funny as hell. What a way to start Raw out.
And respect to Paul Heyman for taking some good chair shots and taking a real stomp. Like he did it just as good as any other wrestler in the ring.
Pretty close. Yeah. Pretty close. Yeah. I'm not going to give him all that credit. But
okay.
What else happened on Raw? We covered a whole lot of it already, man. We had the IC title. We had Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, and this kind of sowed the seeds. We thought this was going to happen kind of at Elimination Chamber, but it did happen a little while later. Dominic Mysterio wanted to cheat. JD McDonough went to go get the bell
and
hammer.
before that, we had the foreshadowing of what was already going to happen. And for us
Yes.
in the know, we already knew what was going to happen because it was already foreshadowed.
Yes.
Because backstage, we had Danhausen giving his Demandhausens to Stone Cold Adam Pearce.
Yeah, Stone Cold Adam Pearce with the glasses. Nice disguise.
Cole Stone Adam Pearce. Yeah. The blimp. Yeah, like we said, the Hall of Fame, the names on the WWE trucks, and everything else in between. Yeah. So Danhausen sees JD McDonough, doesn't know what his name is, sees Dom and sees Finn, says hello, and curses Dominic. And we already knew what was going to happen after that. It was just a matter of how. And that brings us to the match with Penta and Finn going back to his babyface ways, just like they talked about before they went out there. Dominic was kind of alluded that he wanted help, that he wanted them to help him cheat. And Finn's like, oh, no. Thought you wanted to do this yourself. I thought we were going to do this ourselves.
Do it ourselves now.
And he did not grab that hammer. Well, he grabbed the hammer, but they got nailed by Penta, and then Penta hit the what's a hammer to a nail? Yeah.
They get some head. Now I think Dominic Mysterio and Penta had a good match too. I don't want to overshoot that by what happened at the finish, but I thought it was a really good match. Dominic Mysterio is so good. Penta's, like you said, kind of cookie cutter, the way he does things and whatever. And he's got his whole, he's got the charisma, but like you said, JD McDonough went for the hammer after some amazing cell work by Penta with his shoulder on the
I almost thought he was hurt for real. I was like, oh,
I
shit.
did too.
Yeah,
I did
like,
too.
oh, no.
So Finn Balor said no to the hammer. Penta did a swanton over the top rope. Hante con Hilo, shout out Excalibur, and got back in the ring. Did the Mexican Destroyer 1, 2, 3 new IC champ. That was pretty awesome. I liked seeing him win. You could tell he was emotional. That was probably like a lifelong dream just to win a championship in the WWE.
Yeah, and all the AEW cucks that said that they didn't like the Danhausen debut, that he should have debuted right at that moment when they tried to pull something out from under the ring, and they should have done it debuted exactly like he did in AEW by being pulled out on a table or by something under the ring. Come on, let's be original here. We're not AEW. Let's do something different. Come on.
Now,
trolling. Yeah. And
now we go to
sarcastic.
and congrats to Penta, but I'm going to go back to the backstage segment that you brought up. Now, look at the scenario that we had here. Adam Pearce was talking to Danhausen. The Judgment Day came over.
Yeah.
Danhausen put the curse on Dominic Mysterio. But who we didn't see, or what we didn't think about here, is that when Finn Balor turns good against the Judgment Day, it's going to be 2-on-1, and he needs somebody to even the odds at WrestleMania. It's going to be the Demon teaming up with the Demon Danhausen as a tag team, and that's going to reintroduce the Finn Balor Demon into the WWE universe as we have Demon and Demon versus JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Book it, Trips. It's going to happen. That's not a prediction. It is a spoiler. Like, share, and subscribe.
Okay. Yeah. So, you got Danhausen. Okay. Yeah.
Danhausen and the Demon Finn Balor as a tag team. Let's go.
That would be amazing. Yes. That would be great. I at least think that Dom's going to want some type of revenge on Danhausen, and that's just going to be hilarious because Dom is great at selling these funny spots and getting himself into these positions. And,
and Finn Balor's going to come out and save Danhausen. Yeah. It's going to be a thing.
Yep.
Now, I know.
I love it. We got to give some love to Liv Morgan for having her little video vignette of telling Stephanie Vaquer that, she has earned it and she is spoiled and she doesn't give a goddamn. And she is going to win and walk out of WrestleMania the new women's champion on Raw. And I believe every thing she says. She is
Trash.
great. That was a great vignette, a great promo. So
Trash.
believable. Hollywood. Give her an Oscar for that performance. Liv Morgan is the best thing popping right now in the WWE women's division. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a womp womp womp. No, not feeling it whatsoever.
You didn't like it? You didn't think it was compelling? You didn't believe it?
She can't cut a compelling promo like that in front of a
Oh,
crowd.
my
She has
God.
to do it backstage with 30 takes. Yeah, I got you.
Bullshit.
I got you.
No, she is
Not feeling
she's
it.
great. I'm not even glazing. I'm just saying, like,
You're glazing.
people think I'm getting caught up in this or like it's a joke. I really think Liv Morgan is one of the best in the WWE right now.
Men's and women's?
Yes.
Oh,
Without
no.
a doubt. Without a
No.
doubt. Yes. I swear to God. Yeah. It's not that I want to live on her farm, you know, and
Do you
help
believe
feed her
in God?
animals or anything or like that. What?
Do you believe in God?
I don't.
Okay, so
Yes,
if you don't believe,
I believe in
if you don't
something,
believe,
yeah.
if you
I
don't,
believe in
something.
something.
Okay,
I believe. Yeah, there's something.
I believe in something too.
There's
Yeah, I believe
something.
that
I don't know
there's
what
a
it
phone
is.
on my desk. I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you don't believe in it, you can't swear to it, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
Liv Morgan is gonna lose
Jesus
at WrestleMania.
Christ.
Stephanie Becker is gonna put her in her place. And I know that you're gonna
That
be shooting
devil.
ropes all over
That
your house
devil.
when they do the Devil's Kiss to Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. You better not be in a 6-foot radius of Combat Jones because you're getting splattered at that point. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be like a Gallagher concert where everybody's got to wear garbage bags around you when that happens.
I don't know
too much.
about all that, but yeah. It's
All right,
been a
so
good
now
week.
I wanna-
It's been a good
I
week.
want-
It's been a good week. Yeah.
I want to get to this.
Yeah.
Boy, if that's what it sounds like when you're doing that, man, think you need to go to NASA.
Okay.
That's the
Well.
beauty of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
New sound bites. Okay, now the main event time. The main event wasn't a match. The main event wasn't a match. It
No.
was a promo off. I want to hear what you got to say because it is CM Punk face to face with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out to the ring, tells Indianapolis to acknowledge him, and you know who acknowledged him was CM Punk coming out to the ring. Oof, man.
Nobody wants to hear that.
But
You should
you know
have played that Michael Jordan music again. And made
you know what
Roman
CM Punk
sit
didn't
through
want
it,
to hear?
since Roman made us sit through another 10 minutes of his intro coming out before he even got into the ring. CM Punk might as well do the Michael Jordan thing and make Roman sit through it.
You know what CM Punk didn't want to hear is the truth coming out of the tribal chief's mouth because he's
Bullshit.
right. He sits in the back and he whines and complains. And what was he even coming back for? He's been gone for 12 years while Roman built the WWE empire. I don't know what you're talking about because what I've seen with my two eyes is while CM Punk was on some sabbatical, going and chasing autographs from his own wife and then trying to collect money from a half-wit company like AEW and the bullshit Tony Khan, Roman Reigns was building an empire in the WWE. The Bloodline.
Okay.
He had the third longest championship reign of anybody in WWE history.
To
Fourth,
be fair,
I'm sorry. But
Punk had to be grinding out there for money for Danhausen, for one, to use his move on the indies, you know, so.
Yeah. Well, what CM Punk needs to do is he needs to acknowledge the tribal chief and acknowledge that, you know what, sometimes CM Punk, you have to look in the mirror and realize you're not a has-been, you're a never was.
No, you know what?
Because we all acknowledge the tribal chief.
And you know what finger I put up when I acknowledge Roman Reigns now? It's this one every time. I slowly put this one up and I put it down. I shove it right up all the stupid Roman Reigns cucks, the OTC cucks out in the IWC. You know they're all the same. That stupid chili pepper necklace is getting broke. It's getting smashed. And Roman Reigns, like, you sealed your, like, people are already like, oh, it's 1-1 now. It's 1-1. It ain't 1-1.
No,
Roman
it's 2-0,
Reigns,
Roman.
No, Roman Reigns is 0-2. CM Punk already got, they're going to Vegas. Roman Reigns showed his hand 2 days after the Royal Rumble because he couldn't contain himself and help himself because he can't control his ego and his hate. And CM Punk already made him choose him, and CM Punk was already in his head 2 days after the Royal Rumble. And they're 0-2.
I love how he said
1-1. Bullshit. As soon as Roman's told Punk that, I'm going to retire you. You're going to be working at developmental and you're going to be working at NXT. I said, nope, you're not winning at WrestleMania now. It's over. Like, that was all I needed to hear to know, to confirm my spoilers. It's not a prediction. Roman Reigns is not winning at Mania. CM Punk is, because we know Roman Reigns is not going to be the champion the next day and for the weeks and months to come, because he's not going to be there. Just like Punk said and reminded us, already gave us a spoiler, Roman Reigns is a part-timer, and it's only going to get worse from here on out with Roman Reigns as far as that.
Yeah. But see, because Roman Reigns actually has stuff to do, like he's a superstar, he's a millionaire, he's a movie star. CM Punk has nothing to do but to show up every week. Like he has nowhere else to go. What is he going to do? Go to a Chicago Blackhawks game? How are they doing? You know what I mean? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that you would think that CM Punk could even hold a candle to the tribal chief on the island of relevancy. Like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I call it the island of irrelevancy and
you're right
of the IWC.
You know what? CM Punk needs to go to sleep because of those bags under his eyes. He's so tired. I can't. I'm just saying, man. Roman Reigns is going to win.
I can't get down with Rusty Reigns. Rusty Reigns, I just can't deal with it anymore. You narcissistic, egotistical. You make CM Punk look humble. Like, this is just ridiculous. And people are saying, oh, he made CM Punk lose his cool and all that. No, CM Punk don't even hate Roman Reigns. Like, he don't even have nothing against him. He was just showing him, you better respect me. If and you're going to disrespect me and say all that shit and you're going to retire me? Nah, like, this is what I do. I wasn't even here for all that time. You were building all this and I was off doing all this, and I can come back and I can still be better than you on the mic and still bury you. You're going to disrespect me? Nah, I can bring it to your level. And I'm not even hating. I'm not even mad. I'm not even up in my feelings or in my head. I'm in your head, and I'm going to bury you right next to your father, bitch.
Too low.
Right next to that chili pepper necklace in the dirt.
Too low. As soon as he said that, I said, you know what?
Oh, too low. But it's not too low when The Rock and Roman Reigns want to do it to Cody Rhodes, though, and talk about Dusty and him being in the ground and talking about the dead. Nah. See, that's what everybody forgets. Bullshit. No. Bullshit. And we all know Roman's going to come back and talk about Larry now. Like, we already see it coming. But too bad. Roman, Punk's already in your head. You're finished. You lost when you already chose him after the Royal Rumble. It's already decided. Sorry. Bye. Have a good night. And Punk already said it. He's got a GTS for every one of them Samoans. For everybody in his family. So, Jay, you want to get mad online? You can yeet right to sleep, too. Jimmy, you can yeet right to sleep. Solo, you can yeet to sleep. Bring them all out the woodwork. Zilla Fatu, you and your 7 baby mamas, you want to talk shit on your stream about CM Punk? You can yeet right to sleep, too, down there. I don't give a damn. All y'all going to sleep. Good night. Night.
Now, what you all need to do is
he's the best in the world.
Is let us know in the comments what team are you? Are you team Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, or are you team CM Punk?
CM Punk. Yeah.
The only saving thing about CM Punk is that you know that Gunther's going to eventually retire him, and it's going to put him on another stratosphere. That's the only thing good about CM Punk.
Never.
Let us know in the comments what you think about leading up to WrestleMania. We have matches set. We have one title match not set. But man, oh man, I'm pumped up, bro. Like, okay, we're past Elimination Chamber. We got a few Raws. We got a few Smackdowns. Like, we are there now. Like, we're getting there. The storylines are building up. I'm going to have my eyes glued to the TV every single week leading up to it.
We got Danhausen. Like,
Exactly.
what could be
There's
better?
no distractions.
Yeah.
PLEs in between when you start getting ready for WrestleMania and WrestleMania are just distractions. Now we just have the Raws and the Smackdowns and the storylines building up to WrestleMania. Let's fucking go. I can't wait.
It's go time now for WWE, and it's clutch time. And now they need to really hunker down, and they need to execute on all these matches and everything leading and going into WrestleMania from this point. They have a month and a half around, and Roman has his dates. Punk, be there. Everybody else, the matches need to take shape, need to be compelling, need to make these people want to go to WrestleMania. I mean, I'm sure enough people are going to end up there regardless anyways. Just like they said the United Center wasn't sold out. They had 19,000 allegedly anyways. So, and at the end of the day, it's going to sell, and it is what it is. Regardless if we like it or not, of how they're booking it, or the price of the tickets, or how they do the events, and so on and so forth. It's nothing we can do about it. But we got the best seat in the house watching from, our couch and on the big screen TV, and with Michael Cole and whoever else. So can't be mad about that. But yeah, this is prime time right now for WWE. Time to scale it up and throw all the chips in for Vegas, and try to hit that jackpot again and bring back Karrion Kross too, like we said. Yeah. Jericho too. But we saw CM Punk say you just made the list. So was that a hint at Jericho, or did he kind of just say that?
No, because he walked it back a little bit when he said
he
it.
Did.
You could tell he kind of stopped a little bit. I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough, proof or evidence that Jericho is going to show up at WrestleMania yet. Either. Of course, we didn't expect Danhausen either, other than looking at his IG that he said that he was free like 2 days before that from AEW. So I guess it's not surprising if you knew and saw that. You could put 2 and 2 together, but still nothing confirmed. So we don't know. But with Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, Gunther, people like that, like, can we get a triple threat match with those three? Maybe even like shit. But Brock Lesnar and Obafemi would be great. Or, Obafemi and Gunther would be great. Gunther and Brock Lesnar would be great. But how do we get there? Can it make sense? Right. But that's big matchups right there. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that. But your whole vision thing, works too. I understand it. But at this point, the vision, it's almost got to be let go of and be disbanded, because everybody's out injured and Seth is back and he's a babyface. So we'll see how that plays in with Punk and Roman too. Sooner or later, they're going to cross paths again. And Punk took that title from him, and who the hell knows? Yeah. Very interesting.
We shall see.
Yeah. So it's good. We're ramping up for WrestleMania, baby. WrestleMania Hausen is coming up. And we're psyched, and we're ready to go. Shout out to AJ Galante, Bad Boys. Talked to him earlier. He wants to come on again very soon, so we could talk WrestleMania either before or after at some point. And he's getting ready to get his stuff popping again soon. So shout out to him. And yeah, we can't wait for WrestleMania. And we hope everybody enjoyed Elimination Chamber in Chicago. Everybody that went there seemed like they had a great time. What a time to be alive in Chicago, Illinois, for the people that that were in attendance. So much love to them, and I hope they had a great time and were able to take it all in. That Michael Jordan theme, baby. Amazing. But yeah, we're ready for WrestleMania. This is Ringside Renaissance. We are, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open approved, the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And we are rated RR for Ringside Renaissance. And that is the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, very deadly Jesse. Shit. And I'm Andrew Combat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast Hausen.